Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. Hey John, Lindia, one of the two. Hey Brian, how are you? Good to see you. As you guys can tell, I'm not in my house. I'm on the road. Hey Gary, I'm in the great state of Florida. I'm sitting in Tampa at a Marriott something, one of the Marriotts, down here for work. Hey Lindia, John and Lindia both. Hey, good to see you. Hey Russell, good to see you. You were on the live or on the. We all just got done watching a couple of premiere videos. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Amanda, good to see you. Nick, I think I just sent you an email, my friend. Um, if I'm not mistaken, you're the one that caught a big bass tonight. Hey, Michael. Hey, Shiner Guy. Hey, everyone. I'm going to give everybody a little bit of time to get in here before I get digging too deep into the updates. I have been updating my spreadsheet all day. I flew down here to Tampa. I got Wi-Fi on the airplane, and all the whole flight down, I was just updating my spreadsheet and all the fish. Hey, Brett. Man, we've got a lot of fish registered. You'll see here in just a little bit when I pop the spreadsheet up. I think we're well over 200 bass registered. Man, we got some competition. Actually, there's a lot of people that have registered 3 bass and are going to qualify for the second round. Yes, John, it is working. I'm seeing it up when it comes in. Hey, Big Bay Posse. We just got a lot of fish, and I updated the spreadsheet up until just the last 3 or 4 minutes before I went live. So I'll pop that up in just a little bit. But while everybody is populating here, we got up to 26 folks. I got to throw something out. Happened to me today. I travel quite a bit. In my last 5 years in the military, I traveled probably on commercial planes 200 days a year. I've done a lot of travel. Today I seen something that was kind of crazy, and I'm just sharing with you guys. One thing, if you know me, one thing that I really think that's important is we treat everyone with dignity and respect. And today I seen something on the airplane, coming off the airplane, I should say, that really shook me into my core, and I took action on it. And I watched a gentleman shove. We were getting off the airplane, going up that ramp. You exit the airplane, the little ramp going up to get into the airport. I watched a man shove a elderly couple to the ground to go around them, and it just man, it bothered me to my core. So he was just unfortunate that I was just in kicking range of him, so I kicked his bottom foot and tripped him to the ground. And one of the airport workers called security, and he jumped up and got my face and started threatening me. He's, I'm going to sue you. I was like, go right ahead. You don't push an old couple to the ground, man. That ain't right. So I think the couple that he pushed to the ground are going to press charges. I think they should. I mean, it wasn't just like it's like get out of your way. He just shoved them to the ground. It just, man, it was horrible. And I went there and gave him my account of it. And I hope the guy gets what he deserves. Man, you don't do that kind of stuff to people. I mean, yeah, there's no reason. And what was funny, and my buddy Gary, who's on here, I sent him a photo of this individual when he was getting on the plane, because he had one of those crazy not M9 masks, one of those respirator masks that you'd wear for like painting. He was wearing on the airplane. It's like, man, some people wear crazy masks still today. But man, and then he did that, and it was just, I mean, he can wear a mask all he wants. I don't care about that, but you don't shove old people to the ground. You just don't do it. It was just wrong, and I'm hoping hoping he gets what he deserves. So I'm sharing that. Just a little aggravated about, you see these kind of things when you travel, and just like I said, treat everybody with dignity and respect, man. That's what we are. That's why we're a great country. So hey, look, back to the tournament. I know that's what everybody's here for. I'm gonna share the link here if anybody wants to jump in, and I'm gonna share the spreadsheet here in just a little bit. Um, Michigan Fisherman. Hey, I was watching your video that you posted 5 days ago where you couldn't get the guy, you couldn't keep a fish on the bump board. I'm glad you figured it out, and thanks for the shout out, by the way, in your video. That was great. But you know, I got your entries today. I'm sure you got my email. Get out there and catch a monster in the next 3 weeks. So first things first. I'm hoping there's no questions about the participant code. I sent out the email this morning. All you have to do is change the F to a W. You know, if you want to mark over the F with a W, that's fine. I'm not gonna ding you for that. Just as long as I know that you have a W somewhere in your participant code versus an F in the letter. That's just to validate that the fish you catch after the fish you register starting tomorrow. And I'm thinking John, he said he's ready to go first thing. So tonight at midnight, John, you need to have a W, not an F on your code. So I hope everybody got that. I didn't get any email questions about it. But where was Nick, I think is your name. You were out at Lake Mooney tonight, and you caught a 22.5-inch bass, 5.5 pounds, just a monster. Good on you. I mean that's a good fish out at Lake Mooney. Don't get me wrong, but I can't let you change it out, man. It's a no call on the first half. So I hope I hope that you catch one bigger than that to register in the next round. You'd already registered 3 fish. But that was a good fish. 22.5-inch bass is a good fish. And if you guys are on here and you're not following a couple of channels here, I want to throw them out. I want to shout them out. Small Water Charters has caught 230 something bass in the last 3 fishing trips, which is just amazing. Russell from RWA Fishing. If you're a bank fisherman and you want to know how to get it done, follow Russell. Russell is the greatest bank fisherman in the Virginia area, for the DMV as we call it, Delaware or DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And he really knows how to do it. Gary's Fishtails, my good buddy, and Brian. Yes, there are big fish in Mooney, and the Michigan Fisherman. Give him a hook and go outdoors. Please give them a hook. Or when I say give them a hook, give them a subscribe. They all got great content that come out on a weekly basis. I will tell you though, for the entertainment value, if you're not a fisherman, this is what I tell anyone. John from Small Water Charters, every time I click on a new video, I don't know what to expect for an intro. So not this last video, but the video before, it was George Michael's or Wham. And we got to see John play the guitar and dance a little bit. You never know what you're going to get when you watch a Small Water Charters video. So we got 33 folks in here. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to get to the spreadsheet real quick. It doesn't look like we got any. I'm going to hit the link if anybody wants to jump in again. Doesn't look like any questions on the participant code. Tomorrow starts the second half of the tournament. Just to remind everybody, you have to register your fish. Have to be bigger or larger, longer than your largest fish from the first period. The largest fish, I'll share this with you, is 21.5 inches. There's been several folks that have registered bass at 21.5. Typically, that is, depending on where you are in the country, that is probably a 5.5, close to a 6 pound bass, right? That's a 5 to 6 pound bass. If it's a real skinny bass, it could be 4, but typically that's a 5 to 6 pound bass. Someone's asked, is the link better to watch? Yeah, if you want to, Steve Miller, probably easier to watch this on YouTube versus Facebook. I'm not sure. Um, the you choose whatever works for you. Lindy had to cull a 22-inch bass yesterday, and I will tell you, Brian Green culled a 22-inch bass. He didn't register it. So I mean, uh, uh, Nick, that 21 and a half bass, 21 and a half that I'm not going to let you register may be a gift for you, because if John or Brian or there's several other folks got 21-inch bass, don't catch one that's 22 or bigger, and you catch a couple of 1920s, you could win this tournament. It's a 3-week period. Yeah, Brian says I've called two 21 inchers. Hey, James, cranking and yanking. What if you don't remember the biggest bass you caught, Brett? That's your fault. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, Nick, Amanda, I know it's Nick, but 22 and a half, that's a big bass. Hey, James, good to see you, man. Um, I've got a, yeah, that's a good point, Gary. Just look at the email you sent me. When you register your fish, just go back and look at your email and see what you sent me. I you can, matter of fact, here's what you can do. I'm going to show everybody the standings, and I'll unhide the links for everybody. I'd kind of cut the spreadsheet down where it wasn't much of an eyesore, but you can come back. You can watch this video, and what I'll do right now is, since I said that, I'm going to unhide all the columns except for, let's see. Let me unhide everything. I'll hide everybody's. Well, everybody has the email addresses for everyone, so it's not like I'm not anything that you can see. So I'll show all your links, so you'll get a good idea. Hey, James, you've been sick for a week. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I've got a video coming out just for you, though, James. I'm gonna throw that out there. It's all about live scope, and I know you're gonna enjoy it. Hey, Chris, good to see you on here for Bugly's Keeping It Real. Another great channel. Chris caught some big catfish on the Delaware River on his last episode. If you don't remember your biggest bass, any size works. Yeah, I guess any size would work if you don't. Steve from Wyoming. Hey, how are you, buddy? Thanks for jumping in here. Um, it's I'm going to get the spreadsheet here ready to share for everybody just a second. I'm just going to give you an idea before I throw it up there, and I'm not trying to do a teaser or anything, just giving you some facts. We've had 68 fishermen register fish, and it looks like we have a total of, and this is as of right now, we got till midnight. And matter of fact, I've just seen 3 more emails come in since I've been here, and I just don't have the ability to answer them right now. We have 58 people, 58 fishermen who will be moving on to the second round. So that's as of right now. There's, anyone can send anything up to midnight. Matter of fact, if it's after midnight, I know you caught them. You know you didn't catch them tomorrow. So if you got the right code on there and you send them in, I'll be a little bit lenient on that. But after, say, 6 a.m. in the morning, they better have the W code on them. I'll leave it at that. 58, an attorney and me. Joe, thanks for jumping in. Hey, Patrick, I got your man. You're in the race, my friend. North Carolina is on the map in this tournament. Not just Florida, not just Georgia, not just California. North Carolina is in the hunt, and Virginia is in the hunt as well. So without further ado, let me. It's been about 15 minutes. We're up to 39 folks. I'm going to share the spreadsheet. Share screen. I want to share this spreadsheet. All right, everybody, can you see that spreadsheet? Doesn't look like it. Let me pop it up. Nope. Let me try this again, everybody. Sorry, a little technical difficulty. One more try. All right, how's that, folks? I'm gonna have to pull up my other computer to see what I'm. Is that spreadsheet popping up for everybody? Nope, nope, nope. All right. I had this problem the other day. Can someone do me a favor? All right, let me. So can someone? Can someone? Um, someone jump in the StreamYard with me, Gary, if you don't mind. It takes. I need another window to see what I'm doing. Let me try it one more time. I got it up. Present. Share screen. All right. Can everybody see that? Nope. Oh, all right. Now I've got it where I can see it on my other screen over here. Um, and I had this no problem the other day. There's Gary. Hey, Gary. Thanks for jumping in real quick.
Well, at least you were able to bring me up.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to. I need someone to tell me when they can see it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and you did have it on the screen, and then you minimized it, and there was 3 or 4 blocks of different screens.
Okay. Let me try it again. There you go. Can you see it?
No.
Yeah, I know I got it this time. Now.
Hey, yeah, there you go. It's something's happened. There you go, buddy. You got it. You got it.
All right. All right. So as you can see, we got John and Lindy in first place, John in second. We're right at 60 inches. Patrick at 58.5, Brian at 58.5. I mean, we've got a lot of folks in the 50 inches range there. Looks like we got some good competition. And I will say for the folks who don't see your name in the top 22 is what I'm showing. Don't worry. I mean, you still got a chance because you don't know if these folks that are in the top are going to catch bigger fish. Could, maybe not. Stranger things have happened. But what I'll do now is I'm going to slowly scroll down and show you all the names that I have as of now. And if you do see a discrepancy under your name or your email address, please send me a note. I will go back and look at my emails to make sure I get everything recorded. But this is where we're at as of right now. This is what I've got recorded. And again, I know I at least have 4 emails, now 5. I just seen another one pop in that I haven't recorded. That is as of probably right at 8 o'clock. So I'm just going to scroll right back up. And that is where we stand as of right now. Sorry, guys, I had the technical difficulty there of getting that out to you. John said he'll be yelling horse shit every time Lindy hooks a big one. If you don't follow small water charters, the kicker there is someone hooks a fish, they yell horse shit, and that's supposed to make the fish fall off. But it's I don't think it works that well, John. I'm just going to throw it out there. Matter of fact, Joe from Parabellum Fishing got a lot of that when he was out there, and it didn't stick. Yeah, I think this is pretty good standings right now. I will go ahead one more time, and I'll scroll down real slow for everybody to see everyone that's turned in their fish. And again, there's plenty of time before midnight. I will probably send out an email. I won't be able to do it tomorrow. I just got too much going on here while I'm in Florida. But maybe tomorrow night of the final first period standing for everyone once I get all the emails read. So that's where we're at as of right now at 8:21, 22, whatever time it is here. And I'm going to stop sharing that file. And there we go. All right. What if we don't see our name? Steve Miller. What is your email? What is your participant code?
I have a glass just like that.
I know you do. Yeah, Shiner Guy, it's a lot of work. I enjoy it though. I enjoy putting these tournaments on. So, yeah. Hey, thanks, John. By the way, if anybody's got any intel or any good fishing information on Lake Eufaula, Alabama, me and Gary's going to tear it up this weekend. What's in the cups? Adult beverages, Joe. I'll just leave it at that.
Yep. Adult beverages.
Yeah, Jones, Jiggin Jones, 15th isn't bad for your first online tournament. That's right. F94, Steve. Let me go look at F94. If I missed you, I will make sure that I correct it. Let me look real quick. Let me sort A to Z. F94. You're at 42.5. I've got you. You should have popped in there. Let me sort the spreadsheet back largest to smallest. You're at 42.5, and I will just bring it up where you can see it since you asked.
Yeah, there you go. Bring it up.
Yeah, let me bring it
now
back
that you
up
know
here.
how to again.
I'm gonna highlight him. Yeah, now they know how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Let me share the screen. I got you highlighted right there, Steve. Can you see that? 42.5. You're sitting in 37th place, 38th place. I'll stop sharing. So I've done a pretty good job, I think. Yes, that Mark, you got a good point. The top, actually, a couple, 3 or 4 folks have got to catch 22-inch bass, 20, 21 and 3/4 in this next round. You see how this
Mhm.
we stack this tournament to make it competitive. Now, stranger things have happened, right? They could or they could not, right? That's the way I built this tournament to make it kind of fun um, you should have gave me that 7-pounder, Steve. Yeah, I don't know about that. I did see you sent me a picture of that. I don't know about that 7-pounder. That was a big bass. And John, I hear you, man. You've had a plan from the beginning, and I believe in your plan. It's just that the bass is going to believe in your plan, right? Joe, thanks, man. I really enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do about 6 or 7 of these tournaments. I'm going to do some regional type tournaments. I've had 3 people reach out to me, by the way, and say, "Can you do a smallmouth only tournament?" I am going to do a smallie only tournament next year. We will do a smallmouth only tournament. I know Mike Pendleton from Big Bait Posse. He's going to love that. Um, how much is John? She's just like .9 ahead of you, and it doesn't matter. She's as far as she wants to be. I got her at 60.9, and you're at 60, which you told me you would turn in 60. Yeah. So I'll get more info out for for the future tournaments. I want to do a team tournament. I want to do a smallie only tournament. I want to do big bass regional tournaments. A lot of this is going to depend on I'm trying to get sponsorship, folks. Um, I'm going to still fund this out of my pocket until I get there. I've got some bites on sponsorship. But the key is just like anything, you got to show that people are interested. And been a lot of we had close to 200 people
Yep.
register for this tournament. We've had over 200 fish registered in this tournament. And I won't say the company name because it's not fair to them, but I did have kind of a conversation with the company, and they always want to go, we need someone with 10,000 YouTube followers. They got all kinds of rules, not rules, but guidelines they kind of go by before they give sponsorship out, which is okay. I got you. I understand that from a marketing perspective, but I haven't looked today, but I think I'm getting close to that 500 mark for subscribers in the year and few months that I've been on there. But subscribing and giving thumbs up helps that algorithm. It also helps when I talk to these folks that potentially could be sponsors. So if I lived in Florida, my plan would be catch 5 7-pounders. Oh, Brian.
No,
No.
no. It, only in the storybooks it works that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Um, $4.99 now, Shane. Okay, thanks. I'm getting there. One more. Get the five. And oh, by the way, I'm going to do a big giveaway for 500. I'll throw out some gift cards. I think that's everybody's preferred method other than just getting tackled. They can go buy the tackle they want. I like doing the gift cards.
Yeah.
I don't know how we'll do the smallmouth tournament yet, Steve. That's yet to be determined. Um, Probably during the winter months, that December, January, when I don't have a lot of fishing, I might do some lives like this. And I'm going to ask everybody to jump in. I want you to tell me what will work. And honestly, this 5 bass draw tournament that we have going on right now came from this nugget and that guy's nugget right there. Yeah, we and him talked about that. Steve from Wyoming, you're 500. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Good job.
I want to make sure that the tournaments are fun for everybody. So I'm going to ask for inputs, but I want to make sure that we keep it competitive and fun. Right? That's the key. Be
Fun is the
competitive.
best part. Yeah.
Fun is the best part. Lindia from Small Water Charters always says that fishing is fun, and I want to keep it that way. Yeah, I got you, Bryce. There's absolutely no fishing in a lot of the country. I will not be putting on. Actually, I take 2 weeks off in December. Last year, this is my first full year of YouTube. Last year, I was like at 6 months. December for me is time with the family. So I shut down the YouTube channel for a couple of weeks, and I won't put anything out. Just make sure I spend time with the family, do some fishing. Actually, I went down and fished in a tournament with Gary last year
Yep.
and spent time with the family. But hey, thanks, Shiner Guy. I will probably get it hot and heavy and early in December, and then in January I'll be on lives, and I will continue my Fish Chatter series that I started last year, where we interview other YouTubers. And there's quite a few folks on here that I got to ask to get on here and do an interview. Like James from Cranking and Yanking, he owes me an interview. He might not think so, but I'm just kidding with him. But I'd like to get a few folks on here just to do some interviews. We all get spun up in the winter. We get in the holiday season and all that, but it's good to just to sit down and talk about fishing if we can't go out and go fishing. Anyway, you email the standings out. I can't read the chart. It's too blurry. I will email them out sometime tomorrow. Wizard42. I will do that. FaZe, I'm glad you like this. And I, one of the things I told the company I was talking to, this is not for someone in a boat or someone in a kayak or someone on the bank. This is for every fisherman. I want to put these tournaments on for anyone from a bank fisherman to a kayak fisherman to a john boat fisherman to a tube fisherman, however you want to fish. That's the way I like to do these. One of the other recommendations I've got is doing a bank only fishing tournament. I may do that as well. Yeah, James, get you a good cam if you need. Hey, I got half dozen in my office at home. I'll send you one if you need it. Every time work just hands those things out like candy for me. So, yeah. Hey, Nick, I know you're out there bank fishing. I know the exact point you were fishing tonight when you caught that 5-pounder, or that 22.5-inch bass. That's a good point. I've caught quite a few fish off that, and I know Brian has as well.
Was that 22.5-inch bass registered?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's a nice bass, but not in the next round. Perfect. But
yeah.
So he's 3 days too early.
Yeah. John just said the bank, we won't be bank fishing. That belongs to the Gators.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. That and the
when I was flying, and the cottonmouth. Yeah. And hey, I'm a guy that's been bit by a cottonmouth, so I'm definitely with you on that. I when I was flying into Tampa today, we flew in low because of the turbulence, and I was like, man, there's so much water, so many ponds and lakes and things out here in Florida. But my goodness, you do not want to be fighting with the Gators or the cottonmouths.
No.
So, hey, Mike from Reese Life Dad Life. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for inputs. Right, the smallmouth tournament. I really would like to get some good inputs. If it's a tournament like we've got set up now, or is it a big bass smallmouth tournament, or type of a 2-3 week periods. We could discuss that. But what we got to remember though on the smallmouth side is the guys up in Michigan, like Mr. Pichet, the Michigan Fisherman, their ice time is late, right? They don't get on the water till mid-May. So we got to time that right. Are you on Instagram, Jiggin Jones? I'm pretty sure I am. Shane Flint Outdoors. Shane _Flint _outdoors on Instagram. You can follow me there and on Facebook. So I caught a 4-pounder off the past weekend in Lake Champlain. In Lake Champlain, you caught a 4-pounder off the bank? Wow, that's impressive. A 7-pound bass out of a neighborhood retention pond. Yeah, you got a good point. There's big bass everywhere. I'm going to put out a short, and I caught this bass last December, and I'm just going to put it out this coming December. I caught an 8-pound bass out of my little neighborhood pond last year. Um, I'll throw it out in a short, for December. But I'd never thought in my lifetime I'd catch an 8-pound bass out of that thing, and I did.
In Virginia.
In Virginia, yeah.
Yeah.
We caught 219 smallmouth in our last 3 trips. Holy cow, Mike!
Wow. Wow.
Was that all smallies? I mean, that's a lot of smallies. Yeah. And I'm going to guess you're in the kayaks too. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Wow.
I mean, this is the time of the year to get numbers. Not,
Correct.
you can get big fish, but this is definitely the time of the year for numbers. So it's the fun time of year. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. All the smallies from the yak and most over 16 inches. Man, Mike, that's just impressive.
Wow.
And I know I screwed up. I thought you were up in the northern part around Virginia. You're down in around the southern Virginia, Tennessee area. Yeah, Brian, there are a lot of big bass in Virginia. I'm telling you, I've said this on live before. There's a state record within 10 miles of my house. I'm going to catch it thing. I think the state record for Virginia is 16.94. Brian, you probably know better than me. But I'm telling you, there's one in Able Lake for sure. Yeah, they're all out in the water, John. I mean, you never can tell, and that's why I tell everyone that in this, you had 103 fish today. Gary, you ever caught 103 fish in a day?
No, I came close to 100 over in Korea. It was just an awesome day in a kayak in Korea. I never moved the kayak. I kept throwing over this channel that was going through the lake bed, which I saw on live scope, by the way, and never moved, and just kept casting with a worm. Plucked them out all day. But that was, a good day in Korea, and I can't remember the exact number, but it was up there,
Yeah.
But in Florida,
I bet
not yet.
Yeah, over 16 inches. Most over 16 inches is pretty impressive. Yeah, Brian, I'm yeah. Yeah, John, I don't know how. When last live when you told me that you, Lindy, and Joe caught over 100 fish, I was like, "How are you going to get that?" Or that was Friday night. We were talking about how are you going to get that video down to a watchable video? You did. It was fun to watch, but you left out 80 bass, or not 80, but 60, at least 60 bass, and 2 cameras, right? Yeah. I got to ask though, Joe, if you're still on here, did you take all your footage just from your camera for your video? He's not. I mean, maybe Joe's not on here anymore. But yeah, it was Joe. But it was interesting to see Joe's version of it and John and Lindy's. I mean, still was both of them are great videos. So, it was. You sent him one clip. John said he sent him one clip. Oh, hey, John, and not to change the subject, I'm going to be back in Tampa the 16th, 17th of November. You guys got openings the 18th and 19th. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to be here Wednesday, Thursday, maybe take a couple of days off, come down and fish Dunk the Land 18, 19. 3 of us caught 75 smallmouths on the Sus River this past spring. That's still pretty good. I mean, that's a lot. When you start saying 50 and 75, that's a lot of fish. I mean, that's just a lot of fish. Hey, John, I'll confirm. I should know by maybe late next week for sure.
Hey Shane, bring somebody on up. I've got a jet. I've got some stuff to do.
Go.
I'll be listening to you on the sidelines. So you take care, and we'll see you in a few days.
Oh, hey, wait. Flight 9:45.
Gotcha. Email me so I don't forget, because I'm going to forget. Okay. You'll be standing on the road for a long time if I'm not there.
Columbus, Georgia, 9:45.
I hope I
Friday.
can find the airport. Yeah, we got you, buddy.
All
All
right.
right.
We'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks.
Take care.
There you go. Thanks, Gary, for jumping in. Is anyone else from Arizona in the second round? I can't. I don't know where everybody is state-wise. I've been trying to keep up with that. It's a good question. I know there's several from Virginia, North Carolina, California, for sure, that are definitely in the second round. Yeah, Mark, you're in there. It should be pretty interesting to see how things shake out. Dave, you're in Arizona. Where you got what is the are you guys fishing smaller bodies of water in Arizona? Or are you on the big lakes? There's a few big lakes there in Arizona. I can't remember off the top of my head. There's also, there's what I did hear is what I've learned is there's a few small bodies of water in Arizona that's very popular for fishing as well. So, and Mark, if I'm not mistaken, you're at Lake Shasta. You're fishing the Lake Shasta area, which is a freaking awesome fishery. I've read nothing but good things. You can just bring my winning TW cover. Come down. Okay. All right, John. If that's the case, I will do that. I will, John. If you win, I will personally deliver the prize trophy to you. If everything pans out for me to come down that week. Clear Creek and Roosevelt. Okay. Castaius. Oh, you're at Castaius, Mark. Man, that's a famous lake. I got to ask Mark, what's your biggest bass out of Castaius? Share it with me. Brian's. Hey, I'm not going. I'm not counting Brian out of this one bit. I can just tell you this. I know that John and Lindy fish a lot, and they can, but I cannot. I can count on maybe two fingers. How many times I've been out to Mooney Lake, which is 15 minutes from my house, 20 minutes from my house, and not go out there and not see Brian Green on his kayak out there just killing it. We were just out there, just a week and a half ago. Oh, Mark, 615 is your biggest out of Castaius. I mean, it's known for giants, but 615 is a great fish. Don't take me too serious, but serious. What place is Bass Hunter in for Mooney? He's in third place. Real close. Third or fourth? Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, he's in fourth, and he is an inch behind Patrick from Paulman Bass Fishing. Go hook him if you're not watching Patrick. Good channel. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. Yeah, you're. I do think if you're in that, it's. I don't know if Calvin Allen is on here. Not Calvin. Kyle McLaughlin's got a 20-incher. We got 20.25, 20 and a half, and 21 and a half, 21 and a half. We got some big bass, but a lot of folks, took it cautious and, hitting those mid 50s, making sure. I mean, if John's plan is 320s and 225s, if he gets a 22 but not another one, and someone gets 219s, it's going to tip them over the top. So there's all kinds of roads to win in this tournament. Different roads. Hey, Mike, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I just think I gotta sleep with who is in. John, I've been following you for a while now, and you just got to accept the fact that Linda's going to outfish you every time. Well, I keep doing weekly updates. So, Mark, I'm probably not going to do a live update next week. Give everybody a week to fish. I need to put, I've got a ton of content I need to put out. So I'll probably just throw out a new video next week on Wednesday night. But the following weekend or the following Wednesday, I will do a live update. And I will send an email out to everyone tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, on what the final standings were for the first period. I enjoy doing these lives. It's fun. Oh, someone is, yeah, he jumped out. Anybody wants to jump back in with me? The I enjoy doing the lives. It's fun, and it's easier than, as John knows. John from Smallwater Charters was talking about the other day about how much, or earlier, about how many cameras and content and editing. It's fun just to get on here and chat with everybody who's out there fishing versus just doing nothing but editing. So the one thing I will throw out, I know we're at 8:45. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour. Um, One thing to think about for next spring is I've got to decide on regions, because I want to do a big bass region tournament, um, and I want to draw the lines pretty equally, meaning where where is the what is the southern zone of the United States like? Does that include, a line on the Oklahoma, Tennessee, all the way down to South Carolina south, or is that bump up into Missouri and Virginia? So I really need to think about that for the big bass tournament that we're going to do, because I am going to do regions. I got a lot of, ah, don't get me wrong, had fun, a lot of good stuff, but a lot of folks were like, I live in Michigan. I can't compete that time of year, because we did it from March 15th to April 15th. Um, Everything above Orlando is northern. No, John, it may be northern to you. Um, and I would venture to say that Joe from Parabellum Fishing would say anyone north of Miami is northern. Kenny Tipton says, um, Kim Tipton, you hit my phone. Weight or length is wrong. I have two 16 in bass and one 19 and a half. Let me just go look at that. Glad. Can you give me your participant code real quick? I'll go check that right now. That's why we do this. And I'll go back and look at the email. Hard to beat Florida. Okay. I was hoping there was one guy that was going to compete in this tournament. The Oklahoma's worst fisherman. I chatted him up and he didn't compete. He catches 10-pound bass all the time in Oklahoma. Is it the long hair, John? I don't know. I will tell you, and Lindy, I said this the other night. We were watching one of your videos come out. My granddaughter loves to see Lydia fishing. My granddaughter's 6, and she has white, yellow. Let me just put it this way. Everybody tells her she has princess hair. It's white, yellow, blonde. Um, and it looks like, Lindia, you look like you have that kind of that hair, the white blonde hair, and my granddaughter has gravitated to watching you fish. So can you give me your participant code real quick? I'm gonna just want to make sure. I can do a find by your last name. I've got you at 1916. Oh yeah, I missed a 16. Okay, I got you. That is updated, and now you're at 51 inches. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, Lindy, I am trying to get her out in a boat. She has been fishing with me, and we just had the conversation the other day. I was like, if you're going to get out, she calls me Pop Pops. If you're going to get out with Pop Pops, you got to stay on the boat for 3 hours. I don't know how long. I don't know if she can do 3 hours or not. No problem, Kenny. I want to make sure I get everybody right. I don't want to short anybody. But I'm human. You know, I'm the first guy who will tell you I'll miss something. Ask my wife; she'll tell you every time. So, I'm going to do one more time for everyone that's out there. I'll share this spreadsheet now that I know how to do it right. Let me get the spreadsheet correct, and I'll present it one more time and go through it slowly. All right, there we go. One last time. I'm going to scroll down through here real slow. And again, this is only what I've recorded as of about 7:45 tonight. And I know I have several other emails in my box that I got to go through. So if you don't see your name and you sent your email recently, registering your fish, I will update that and get an email out to everybody tomorrow. So I'm going to stop sharing. And make sure I'm back. Yep, there we go. All right, everyone. It is getting close to 9 o'clock. For some reason, I've got to do that thing called work tomorrow. I know some of you don't have to do that. Some of you do. I appreciate everybody for dialing in. I want to tell everybody good luck in the second period. I know we got a little bit of smack talking over here. That's great. It's fun. It's just all in fun. And I've said this 100 times, and I'll say it 100 more times. One of the greatest things about starting this YouTube channel is just getting in touch with other fishermen and meeting other folks over YouTube. I mean, some of you went fishing with me, and maybe I'll go fishing with some of you in the future. But it's been great, and having the opportunity to do a little fun competition like this tournament is great, and I appreciate everybody. Somebody just said I'm about to ready to send in. Andrew, I'll be looking for your email. So good luck to everybody. Thank you for participating. Thanks for I forgot who it was. It's my 500 subscriber. Thank you very much. I'll be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway really soon. I'll be throwing out probably a couple $100 in gift cards and things of that nature to the fans or to the subscribers, just to show my appreciation. And yes, Lindia, fishing is fun. So, hey everyone, good night. Thank you again. I'll get an email out on the latest updates either sometime tomorrow afternoon, or first thing Friday morning. And we'll be talking to you soon. And get out there and cast your arms off and catch some big fish. Good luck.